Hi, I'm Jen, welcome to the channel. Today I'm dedicating my 11th video to my nephew for his birthday, and he said he wanted a chocolate cake. So I researched into finding out how to make the most chocolatey, fluffy, moist cake you're ever going to have, and I found it. All I had to do was add 3 extra ingredients. You'll need 2 bowls for this recipe, one for your dry ingredients and one for your wet ingredients. So let's get started. First, preheat the oven to gas mark 6 or 200 degrees Celsius, and then break 2 eggs into a bowl so they reach room temperature. Then we're going to get our first extra ingredient ready, which is coffee. Danish scientists have discovered that coffee makes a person more sensitive to sweetness. Coffee also counteracts the bitterness of good cocoa powder, so you're left with a sweet chocolate taste. Make a 1.5 cup of your coffee and let it cool while you get your cake ready. I went for a mocha with an extra helping of cocoa powder because I actually can't stand coffee.
What?
I never liked coffee.
Ah, you
I know. Ah, great, here comes the mob. Look, if it helps, I'm starting to like the mochas when it has enough chocolate to hide the coffee. So there's hope for me yet, fellow YouTubers. Now, set your coffee to the side and start getting your dry ingredients together. Sift your 2 cups of flour, 1 cup cocoa powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon baking soda, and 1 teaspoon baking powder into one bowl. The sifting helps to get rid of any big lumps and also makes everything lighter. You can also take this opportunity to get your tins ready by lining them with a little olive oil and cocoa powder for an added chocolatey effect. Once your dry ingredients are prepared, put that bowl to the side and start working on your wet ingredients. Add your 2 cups of sugar into your 2 eggs and whisk until light and fluffy. Now, I know what you're thinking, but Jen, isn't the sugar meant to be in a dry bowl? Well, no, because the sugar is needed not just for adding sweetness to the cake, but to help trap air in the eggs and butter when baking. That's why it changes in texture and colour. Once the egg and sugar mixture is light and fluffy, it's now time to add the next extra ingredient, which is 1 cup of buttermilk. Buttermilk helps tenderise gluten, giving baked goods a softer texture and more body. We're also adding half a cup of olive oil, as oil helps bring out the taste in chocolate and then adds a lighter texture. Now we add 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract and fold the wet ingredients gently into the dry ingredients in small stages. Go as slow as you can because you want to keep that air. Once all folded together, we'll use the same technique with our last extra ingredient, Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola creates a chemical reaction with the baking soda, which makes more bubbles in the mixture. I'll actually be making lemonade cherry scones this way, so keep an eye out for that video. Once you're done, check the temperature of your coffee and slowly fold that into the mixture as well. Your cake mixture is now ready to bake. The cake should be ready in 25 to 30 minutes depending on your oven. You'll know the cake is ready when it comes away from the sides of the tin. It springs back into place when lightly pressed down, and the skewer should come out clean. But if not, just put the cake straight back in the oven while it's still hot, and just do that for another 5 to 10 minutes and retry with the skewer. Once the cake is cooled, you'll see all the lovely bubbles. While you're waiting for the cake, get to work on your frosting. Cream 1 cup of butter and 300 milliliters of soft cheese until soft. Add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and then add your 1 cup of cocoa powder and 1.5 cup of icing sugar. Now taste the frosting. You'll notice the bitter taste of the cocoa powder. Add at least 2 teaspoons of coffee so you get a lovely sweet chocolatey frosting. Now spread 1/3 of your frosting onto the middle section of your cake. Now this is the moment I knew I done f***ed up. Don't be a like me and squish the top layer down. Just place it gently on top. Add the remaining frosting on top and around the edges. Voila, your cake is ready. Now time to test it out. But first I'll show you why it's best to have extra frosting on top. Use the extra frosting to cover the rest of the cake where the missing piece is. That way it helps to keep the cake softer for longer. Now back to the tasting. Yep, chocolate addicts are gonna love this cake. It's even fantastic hot. It reminds me of the chocolate fudge cakes you get in restaurants. Well, I hope you enjoy this chocolate cake as much as my nephew did, and let me know what your favourite birthday cake is in the comments. See you in the next video. Bye!